The four cardinal points, elements. All elements can be expressed as either spirit, matter, or mind, depending upon the quality with which they are associated. The word fire is defined as the state, process, or instance of combustion in which initiated fuel or other material combines with oxygen, giving off light, heat, and flame. Fire is that element which brings about a change, as it is the initiating force. It causes separation in the way a log in a fireplace is separated from its previous form and changes into the form of ashes. Fire can cause a person to change levels of consciousness. It can change the form of the physical body or change their motivation. It is impulsive, active, restless, self-motivating, and forceful. It is also pioneering, positive, and selfish. Here is the idea of starting something and equally completing it as well. The element of earth. The word earth is defined as a solid matter consisting of land and ground, soil and dirt, and rock and sand. The earth is also structured into three basic layers which subdivide into layers of crust, mantle, and core. It appears almost as though the lighter rock of the continent were floating on the heavier rocks beneath. The theory of floating rocks, called isostasy, is the equilibrium of the Earth's crust or outer portion, or the state in which the pressures from every side are equal. It is necessary to know something about the Earth's next deeper layer, the mantle, the thick rock fragments, and core. The core extends outward from the Earth's center. Obtaining information about the Earth's interior is so difficult that many ideas about its structure remain uncertain. Some evidence indicates that the core is divided into zones. The inner core, quite rigid, and the outer core surrounding it is almost liquid. Earth is stable, practical, dependable, and persevering. The earth element gives the ability to wait, consider all the possibilities, and then act with logic and discrimination. Also, it gives the ability to carry out the actions with thoroughness. It is not an abstract element, but deals in facts which can be demonstrated and with things which are perceived by the five senses. It has the need to see, touch, and measure things before it can consider them. Without the earth element, we would not have the practical ability which life requires of us, nor would we have stability. The air element. What is air? This invisible substance called air is really a mixture of several gases. Each gas is present in the form of separate tiny little units called molecules. Molecules are much too small to be seen, but they make up for their small size by being present in tremendous numbers. They are so tiny, however, that there is plenty of space between them. The molecules of two different elements, nitrogen and oxygen, make up about 99% of the air. The rest include small amounts of argon and carbon dioxide. Other gases such as neon, helium, and methane are present in trace amounts. The air element is the influence of the mind. It thinks quickly and enjoys variety and exchange, knows no prejudice, and shares its knowledge. Its greatest effect is in its ability to communicate and deal with groups. Also, it is a very socializing influence. Air can adapt to people and circumstances. Air is a moving, restless influence and therefore implies travel and variety. It is free of emotional qualities and therefore forms no attachments which would keep it from moving. Air gathers in all influences, listens to all persons, and doesn't try to inhibit others. The element of water. Water originated from hydrogen and oxygen. These builders of water were among the gases. When the earth began to cool, atoms of hydrogen and oxygen joined to form water. The composition and three physical states of water include a molecule of water, which is a chemical formula called H2O, contains 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Because it is much heavier than hydrogen, oxygen provides about 89% of the weight of a water molecule. Whether water is in a liquid state, a solid state, ice, or a gas state, water, vapors, or steam, its chemical makeup remains the same. The 3 physical states of water depend on the motion of water molecules, which in turn depends on the heat. Water is the element of the mysterious, the unforeseen forces which direct our lives. Therefore, it has to do with the subconscious processes, emotions, dreams, neuroses, and all altered states of consciousness, such as meditation and astral projection. It gives us strong feelings of compassion, sympathy, and some insecurities. Feelings can be described as those impressions received through other than the 5 senses. The water element is the feeling element. It also has rule over those things which would alter our states of consciousness, such as hypnosis, drugs, and alcohol. As the emotional quality, it brings joy, jealousy, devotion, and fear, as well as all other emotions. It is a very prominent influence in the lives of artists as it deals with abstractions.